Jonathan Lee Riches investigates. I want to share with everyone a bombshell phone call conversation, a jailhouse telephone call of Todd Kohlhepp talking about his victim, Kayla Brown. Todd Kohlhepp, South Carolina's most notorious serial killer, serving life in prison for the murders of 7 people. He held a victim in a storage container, Kayla Brown, and he is talking to an unidentified person in this jailhouse phone call conversation. While he's serving his prison time, I was able to obtain numerous phone call conversations that Todd Kohlhepp had out of his own mouth. I want to share this. This is for educational purposes only. Check this out, and then we'll further discuss.
To accept this call, press 1 now. You can now send electronic mail to your loved ones in the South.
Hello?
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I managed to grab the phone that is on wheels and got it to my room. I'm actually talking through my door.
Oh, good. So are you still have you been moved?
Yes. Yes. Yes, I've been moved. Wrote you a bunch of letters.
Okay.
You should be getting the new address.
Okay, I did get one, and I had looked you up on, I've been trying to keep up with you on the South Carolina VOC website, but it's not pulling you up anymore.
Exactly. When they move they move me to statewide protective custody because of all the media. I don't want to be here, but for the time being, they've moved me here.
Okay.
So when they move you here, they take you off the website. I'm trying to get out of here, but it's going to probably take me a year plus to get out of here.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, I wrote a long letter about that one.
Okay, all right. Well, because I actually found you on another website that I can go on. And anyway, and I'd written you a letter, but I didn't put, like, a room or anything like that.
Do I know?
And then, like, the next day, I got your letter.
Oh, cool.
But the first letter I sent you did not have, it had your number, but it didn't have, like, the room or anything like that, wherever you're at inside the facility, like your location. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, I thought I gave it to you inside one of the letters.
Well, you did, but I wrote you before I got that letter.
I got one letter from you the other day.
Okay. So that's the one that I wrote before I got your letter.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, good deal. But anyway, you got another one on the way. Can you get pictures, man?
I can now have pictures.
You can? Good. I will send you another letter out tomorrow, and I'll send you a picture.
Did you get my visitation form?
I did, and I sent that off. I actually sent that off today. Because I was kind of waiting to send it off, and I don't know why. Mainly just because I wanted to make sure that everything was good with me.
Yeah, I was going to try to catch you on that before you sent it, but where it checks, did you know me beforehand and say yes?
I said yes.
Yeah.
I did.
Excellent. Yeah, I definitely see.
Because we've known each other forever, you know.
You know it. Yeah, I had a little bit of laugh. I had a laugh the other day. I called one of my very first clients I ever had has been in touch with me since my first real estate deal ever. I became friends of the whole family, and she told me, she said the other day when I got moved over here and it took me off the website, that all the people out there went nuts. So I don't know if other websites are showing my proper address, but I know the state locator has me disappeared.
Yeah. The state locator does. The state locator has you gone, like you're not even there. And it's really funny. In the letter I sent you today, I kind of told you a little funny. I was making fun of it, like, hey, he got out. Maybe he's trying to see me. But, yeah, I was being funny. I was like, he's only like a kid. See what he's talking about. Like, I don't know where you think he's at, but I know where he's at.
With all the rumors that I used to work for the CIA or government, which I never did. I never worked for any government agency ever. But there's rumors because of my background that I used to work for, some black ops, whatever. I didn't work for anything. But now when I disappear from the website, I can just imagine all these guys that spend their days watching movies all night, thinking that the Men in Black came and got me or something.
Yeah, you have been erased. You're under an alias now. You're out in the community under an alias.
Oh, yeah, me and Elvis are pumping gas in Ohio.
Yeah.
But there's other websites that still have my real address?
It's called Vine Link, and it doesn't have your actual address, but it does say the location. It says that you're still in South Carolina DOC,
Yeah.
and it states your facility, but it doesn't give an address.
Okay. Well,
So then somebody would have to go to, unless somebody knows about this website, they wouldn't go to it.
No. No, the whole idea is to make us disappear, and with my case, is to keep me away from the media, which I don't appreciate. I don't want to disappear. If you want to find me, you should be able to find me. It's not helping matters. They haven't liked it because the media keeps contacting me, and I mean, I'm not even talking to the media, but they're freaking out about the media, and I'm like going, I'm not even doing interviews, you know.
And they may very well not approve you to do an interview right now.
Do what now?
They may not approve you. The DOC may not approve for you to do an interview.
Oh, they won't. DOC's not going to approve interviews. I mean, 60 Minutes, Dateline, 60 Minutes, and what's that one, 48 Hours have all tried to get in here. The warden's not going to approve it. They're not. Now, I mean, I can write all I want to. I can call all I want to. But they're not going to let them in here.
Yeah.
And from the lack of quality that I have seen on 48 Hours, nobody has even tried to get the story right. No one's even tried. You know,
yeah.
All they wanted was the bike shop, and as soon as that came out of my mouth, it wouldn't have mattered anything else that I ever said. That's all they cared about. They raced to get me in court to get me out of it. All they wanted was, they did not want me on the stand. They wanted me in and out. I had a plea bargain in 4 months. There was no way I was going on that stand. They did not want me up there. There's no sense in me fighting it because you already gave me, I mean, 1 life sentence, 7, 20. What's the difference? I mean, when you got life without parole, it kind of defeats the purpose. There was no way I could win. There's no way I could win. So why drive everybody nuts and run up the bill, millions of dollars, and spend 4 years in court to fight what wouldn't have been an outcome anyhow?
Yeah.
I'd rather be practical and resolve it all.
They likely would have sought the death penalty, would they not?
They weren't going to go for the death penalty anyhow. They made a big deal on TV. They were never going for the death penalty anyhow. That's what people don't understand. They offered me a plea bargain at 4 months. I knew as soon as I got arrested, it was not going to be a death penalty, because in order to get the death penalty, you have to take me to trial, because why else would I'm not going to accept that, which means I have to go to trial. If I go to trial, I go on the stand. And quite honestly, there's way too many things in my head that if I got nothing to lose, they don't, open on a stand under oath in an open courtroom.
Doesn't want to risk that.
Well, I mean, let's be realistic. I'm not going to give up anybody, okay? I'm just not going to do it. But I mean, with all the guns and the type of gun and the suppressors and all the stuff I was in contact with, too many people in too many positions. There was a lot more going on. I mean, I'm wrong. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to ever say I'm innocent. I was wrong. But there's a whole lot more to this story. It's we weren't hunting people, and the girl in the box was wrong story. There's a whole lot more behind that on more than a few different directions.
Well, I have to say, I watched her interview. I think it was on Dr. Phil's show. Mm-hmm. And it just seemed completely fake to me. And this is without really even talking to you or getting any of your letters in depth at that point. You know what I mean? I just think she was really fake.
Well, she is fake. I mean, I've known her for 6 years. I don't like her. I've never liked her. I was wrong with I'm wrong with what I was doing. The situation did not go the way I expected at all. I overreacted. I admit to it. And putting her in a box, she was not a sex toy. It was nothing more than basically put her somewhere to buy time to figure out what I'd already made enough mistakes that day that there was no reason to go make another one. Let's buy some time and think about it. And why do today what I can at this point? Why do today what I can put off till tomorrow? And if they do catch me, what's the difference? I'm not going for body count, okay? It's not like some sort of, trophy or score here. If you catch me...
He claimed that you had like some 100 people or more.
Yeah, that didn't happen. She said a lot of things trying to basically make things seem even worse. How much worse do you need, okay? At this point, it's kind of redundant. She threw things out of proportion intentionally. When they're starting to pull the Freedom of Information Act and pull my paperwork, and when you read the letters that she wrote,
You have 60 seconds remaining.
it tells an entirely different story. I hate to tell everybody, but she's a big criminal as I was. I'm being serious. They're already pulling it. They'll just pull the Freedom of Information Act and read her own letters. It shows what she was doing.
Letters that she wrote you?
She wrote letters while I had her. I gave her paper. Every day I gave her paper to basically sit there and write me her
You have 30 seconds remaining.
write her list of stuff she wanted, so I didn't have to keep trying to remember it. And I go on Amazon and buy it for her. I'll write tomorrow. The phone's gonna cut off. I can only make one call per day.
Oh, okay.
But I'll write you a letter tomorrow and tell you all about it.
Okay.
I got to talk to you.
I'm so glad you called.
I'm glad you did.
Sounds just as cute as you are.
So Todd Kohlhepp having a conversation with an unidentified person. He talks about Kayla Brown. He also talks about, the DP being off the table because he had no intention of going to trial, Todd Kohlhepp, or going onto the stand. I have numerous conversations of Todd Kohlhepp. I've been sharing it on my YouTube channel here. Check out my Todd Kohlhepp playlist. Very interesting stuff. But it kind of gets into the mind of how Todd Kohlhepp is thinking and who he's talking to while he is incarcerated. So I'll be sharing more Jailhouse tapes soon. Everyone stay tuned. Justice for the victims and their families. Everyone be safe. God bless.